Hello fellow token titans, today without orange sunglasses. But I got some good news for you. I'm talking about ownership again. So last month I was back home in Austria and I tried to explain to people why I think Web3 is the future, why it matters, and why it is an absolute must for everybody to have Web3 assets and in a very good scenario also Web3 skill. And I tried to explain to them the aspect of ownership. You own your stuff, you own yourself, you own your data, you own your rights, all that stuff. But they didn't understand, nor did they really care. And I was quite surprised. So last week I was with my family's girlfriend and we talked about Web3 and ownership, and they were like, sure, I want to own my shit, of course. And I was like, wow, that's so interesting. Why is that the case? And if you look at the history of Serbia, most of you know it's been a bit troubled. They had quite some wars, there's a lot of fighting. But more importantly, people understand how it feels if somebody else, if a government or a new power, new ruling power takes away your stuff or censors you or just takes away all your money with the blink of an eye, or borders change and suddenly you don't own your house anymore. And they understand that feeling. That's why Serbians love cash, they love gold, they love assets that they can physically store somewhere and put somewhere. However, Austrians, German, French people, they don't, because they have never really experienced that infringement of liberty, which I think is super interesting. So if you look right now, or I made a presentation around a week ago about who is looking for Bitcoin on Google, the top 5 countries is something like Brazil, New Guinea, El Salvador, Venezuela. It's all countries where people are losing their shit. It's all countries, casino in the background, it's all countries where people have no property rights. And these people love crypto. So if you want to make the bet of Web3, you just make the bet of when will people realize that like owning your stuff or owning stuff that nobody can take away from you is really cool. And they will realize once they start feeling stronger governments, less freedom, less property rights, less individual rights. Then they're like, holy shit, right? Fuck, they just blocked my bank account because I just crossed a red light. Maybe some Bitcoin wouldn't be that bad, right? That's why China hates crypto. So if you want to bet on crypto mass adoption, and I don't really like that word, it's more like when will people realize that stuff makes sense, or that in a digital world you need a digital currency and you want to own your stuff. Just think about when will people start to feel their liberty crumble. When will governments be more strict on taxes, on properties and all that stuff. So that's kind of it, guys. Own your shit. Ownership, bro. LFB.